everyone. This is the Tuesday night live stream here at Shop LC. And guess what? Tonight we have lab-grown diamonds. Now, I advertised this necklace that I'm wearing right here. I did a promo in it. Okay, I'm hooking up all the networks. Okay, this necklace I promoted, this, look at this. It's like a Cleopatra collar, all lab-grown diamonds. All right, so my name is Cheryl Briggs Benvenuto. They call me Queen Bee here at Shop LC. You can call me Cheryl, whatever you want. Write in any questions that you have. Follow me on Facebook under Cheryl Benvenuto. Magical Journey Cheryl for Instagram, and TikTok is Bling Therapist. But you can follow me Facebook. I do a lot of crazy stuff, a lot of animal stuff. But tonight we're going to focus on lab-grown diamonds. So here at Shop LC for the live stream, because you tuned in, you're spending time with us, we're going to offer you an extra 25% off. So anything that I'm airing tonight, I'm going to tell you the already 25% discounted price. Over $50 from your mobile phone, you get free shipping. Also, anything that you decide you do not like, love, or can't afford after you buy it, you can send it back. No problems. We'll take it back. Not a lot of questions. Just refund your money and you're off and running to buy something else. So, right off the bat, I done a show a couple of weeks ago on lab-grown diamonds. We've brought in a couple of the same pieces, but a couple of really different pieces. This piece around my neck I've never seen. It's over the top spectacular. This is something when we talk about people through the market, you know, say, oh, I don't know about lab-grown diamonds. Ladies, gentlemen, young people, teenagers, friends, everybody, it is a diamond no matter what. Lab-grown is just like hothouse tomato. It's like putting fertilization on growing grass indoors for, you know, your sod. It is manipulated to grow, but it's exactly what it is. It's a diamond. Whether it's manipulated through mankind or sourced under the ground, it's a diamond. What has that done for the diamond market? It has changed it tremendously. Where there was a couple of big players in the diamond market always that sort of ruled that, and they put commercials out 3 months to, you know, save for a diamond ring, a very well-known commercial. They pretty much priced diamonds and everybody followed and regulated the diamonds according to this big company. When lab-grown diamonds were perfected in the early 2000s, it put a tailspin on the diamond market because all of a sudden people were able to afford extremely clean, clear, beautiful, graded diamonds that were unobtainable forever before lab-grown diamonds were created. So realistically, just as an example, let's say a 1 carat VVS1 D color, 1 carat in a naturally sourced diamond would be about $20,000 for a really internally flawless diamond. You can buy a lab-grown diamond. We sell them here, $897. A diamond, exact same thing, exact same grading. What does that tell you as a consumer? Well, I would say if you're a smart consumer and you want to have beautiful diamonds in your collection, this is where you're going to shop, or another network, but they're not going to match our prices. What we've done is Shop LC has paired with a couple of different companies, and normally when we find something we like and we know we're going to do well with it, we will either buy the company and incorporate it into our umbrella of companies, or we will pair up with that company to create beautiful lab-grown diamonds. So, right off the bat, I have variations of beautiful jewelry that I'm going to show you. Just to give you a little background story, once again, Cheryl Briggs Benvenuto, your host here on Shop LC, low cost, and you are watching the live stream, 25% off. This is a diamond ring that I bought, the lab-grown diamond from Shop LC. And I made this band. It's a multifunctioning ring. This is a 3 carat lab-grown diamond, cushion cut. I absolutely love it. That's my personal piece that I purchased through Shop LC. So, if I'm telling you I'm buying diamonds here, listen to Cheryl. You're going to get a good deal. Okay, right out the gate, we're going to offer. Now, we have created something that we call pushback earrings. These are earrings that if you've worn stud earrings in the past and that pin hits the back side where your earlobe is, starts to poke in that area, it's very uncomfortable. These particular earrings are a ear changer. I don't know what to say, but you're going to want to wear them all the time and never take them off, because what they've done, they've covered, and I'm going to show you, this is the back. See that little ball on the post? There's a little ball here that's on the post, and that screws on to the back of that post. I'm showing you that first, which is not what these are. I'm supposed to be showing the front side, which are the lab-grown diamonds. But these earrings are so awesome because of that. You're never going to lose these, right? Unless you totally unscrew it and drop it down, that could happen. But I mean, once you put them on and you screw that ball on, they're going to be comfortable. They can stay on forever. If you have a cartilage piercing especially, if you have a nose piercing, same thing. That ball is going to work because it's covering up that, that pointy area. Now, these are beautiful, and I'm going to call them little because they're not. Look what I'm wearing. This is large. This is 8.65 carat. This is 0.20. That's little. But little doesn't mean bad. Little sometimes means exquisite. So I'm going to hold them up to my ear. I would say realistically, these are for somebody. I have 36 pairs. These are for if you're going to, like I said, nose piercing, second cartilage, second piercing, you want to wear studs all the time, you don't want to wear giant earrings. These are perfect. These are going to be an unbelievable price. Can't believe we're going out of the gate. Sterling silver. Well, I'm going to be buying some of these because guess what? This price, yes. This is a fantastic price. This was my least favorite, but price-wise now, I'm going to tell you right now, my favorite thing, DJ, already got my favorite thing in the show. Guess what? Sterling silver, 20 points in lab-grown diamonds. I'm going to hold them up to my camera here. 20 points in lab-grown diamonds, sterling silver. Look at that. $25.99. A fifth of a carat in diamonds, sterling silver. Pushback, $25.99. But the best part is that's not even with the 20% off. I'm sorry, the 25% off brings these down to $19.49. $19.49. Wow. Okay, I'm going to stay on those long because I want some of those. Okay, so we're not going to stay on those long. Guess what? That was item number 1. What a way to open the show up. $19.49. Woo! I'm telling you, you're going to love this show today. Okay, we're moving on to our second item. Now, I just took off my fabulous ring, but I'm always going to say when you're buying bands like this is when you want to buy 2 because you want to have the capability to stack them. And what I mean by stacking, I told you my ring is multi-functioning. I'm going to take it apart here. It's like a little jigsaw puzzle I've created. Now, this is actually the regular ring, right? So what I do is I put a band on the top and a band on the bottom. So that when you buy 2, it really does change the look of the ring, 100%. I love the stacking. I have another piece coming up, so I'm going to show you what it looks like when you just take it and stack it. And this is an entirely different ring, but it gives you the look that I want you to sort of come and get some ideas. And I have 3 different size rings here, so obviously it's going to be hard for me to hold, but you're going to get the picture. See what I've done? Almost like a ring insert. So I always say buy 2 bands if you can. You just have a lot more versatility anytime you buy 2 bands. And if it's affordable, why not, right? Because I'm going to make it affordable tonight. Now I'm going to put this on without anything else and just show you. Now if you're a person that likes very, I'm going to say simple and elegant, little and beautiful, timeless and elegant, this is going to be the piece for you. It is not anything that gets lost on a hand. Why? Because you're dealing with lab-grown diamonds. Now this is going to be, once again, the same size as the earrings, 20 points. It's sterling silver, rhodium overlay. Our price on this, well, comparative retail is going to be $549, as should be. It's a 1/5 of a carat diamond, beautiful ring. You know, eternity band. It doesn't go all the way around, but stackable band. Rhodium over sterling silver. This is part of a DeJoy collection, which means that we use great stones. We use a fine sterling silver, and then we usually overlay it with either 1814 rhodium, platinum, something to maintain the sterling silver so it doesn't tarnish. Now, $69.99. That's our price selling on the website. Your price after 25% off, $52.49. So beautiful. Sometimes, you know, as much as I love big pieces like I'm wearing around my neck, sometimes I do enjoy just something really plain and elegant. You know, there's something to be said for that. Not everything has to be over the top. Years ago, people only wore, you know, really intricate or fancy cocktail rings for an event. You know, that was how jewelry was laid out. You would have something like this for your event, maybe at night, but not even for daily wear. Now, it's whatever you want to wear. And if you have stuff like this, please wear it. Enjoy it. You bought it. Don't put it in a box in a drawer and let it sit there for either your kids or whoever's going to inherit it. I always say wear it. It doesn't matter if you're out, you know, going to the public supermarket or, you know, the H-E-B here. Who cares? You know what? If you wear it, you're going to get noticed.
Oh, we have Cheryl on Instagram asking what kind of lab-grown diamonds these are.
Okay, these are the vapor grown, which means with the gases and stuff. So there's two different kinds. There's vapor, and then there's heat and pressure. So we use a variation of both. On our sheets, it does not list, but I know predominantly most of the gems that we sell, the lab-grown diamonds, are the vapor effect. The heat and pressure, that's another, I can't even remember the name of it, but that takes longer to grow, and there's more of a chance of crackage and breakage because of the longer time in that heat and pressure. So anyway, but I hope that answers your question. But no matter what, think about it. It's a diamond. Either one of those ways. GIA has now set out a new diamond testing ability that they actually, because when lab-grown diamonds are grown with that gas vapor, when they pick it up with this new tester, they can actually test and see that it is a vapor grown. It's interesting. It's a whole scientific technology that GIA had to step in because it's a diamond. So how do you grade a diamond between a lab-grown and a regular? If it comes out and you're testing it with electric current, like they used to test all diamonds, and they both test, you know, yes, it's a diamond, then how can you differentiate? So GIA had to come in and bring out this new equipment that was very expensive and costly. So only your better jewelry stores are going to really now actually buy diamonds unless they have equipment like that. Okay, so we have a lot of people joining in. Yabo, Trev, Megan Kramer, looks like Megan Kramer. Hey Megan, nice to see you, Kramer. She's a model here. She's very funny. Okay, lab-grown diamonds. This is your ring, $52.49. Grab them while you can. Now, I do have all sizes, but I have only 5 size... Only 5 size 10 and 5 size 7. So if you love it, like it, even remotely think about it, why not grab it now? Remember, it's stackable. Grab 2 of them if you can. And then, you know, I always say if you can get it for a great price, why not grab it now? You have the capability to return it. Hey, Donna. You have the capability to return it if you don't love it. Prices like this, think about the holidays coming up. If you can get most of your Christmas shopping done, Donna, you just missed these earrings. Look at lab-grown diamond, 20 points. Comfort back, I don't know, $16 I think they were. So if you can grab stuff for the holidays now, it's going to be probably paid off by the time the holidays roll around. You can have fun. You don't have to be running Christmas shopping, fighting for parking spots at the mall, or, you know, waiting for packages from, you know, the guys in brown, and porch pirates are out there trolling around. If you ever watch the porch pirates, guys that do the porch pirate bombs, so entertaining. Okay, we're going to move on. Pair of beautiful earrings. Getting sidetracked here. Okay, these are going to be sterling silver, called a teardrop. Look at that. Ooh, look at that. Can you imagine if you had like a little piece of jewelry, like a little teardrop right here dangling? Wah. On your ear. Absolutely stunning. These are going to be 10 points. GIA, GH, SI color. And the diamonds are only at the top. So DJ, can you pull up that graphic when you get a chance? So the diamonds are only at the very top. This is highly polished. That's just a beautiful piece of, sterling silver. They've high polished that. Draws you right to the ear. And then if you look at the back side of this, the back side, undercarriage completely finished. These come with oversized butterfly backs. And these are something, like I said, I'm showing you pieces that are, I'm starting out with the simple pieces. We're going to get into some crazy, like this. That's crazy. Some crazy large pieces. So if you're interested, stay tuned, because the first 5-6 pieces I'm going to show you are going to be for the person that likes the smaller style. And this, I think, is very elegant. What a beautiful gift for, I would love these, and I collect a whole lot of jewelry. These are something that you would wear, day wear, night wear, evening wear, to a special event wear, because they're not all diamond, So this would be something if you work in an office or, it doesn't even matter, grocery store, who cares? It's a beautiful earring, has just that little diamond accent in the top. So these are comparative $449, $39.99 on our website. After the 25% off, $29.99, $29.99. Gosh, those are pretty, huh? I might, I think I'm going to be spending some money tonight. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Credit card's going to cry. But you know what? When deals like this come along, who cares, right? You only live once. That's how I feel. Okay. $29.99. Those are fabulous. I'm having a hard time picking gonna pick my favorite tonight, I can tell you that. Okay, we're going to move on to a real funky little style ring. We're going to move into some colored diamonds. So if you're interested and you want to start collecting colored stones, blue diamonds are always a great option. Blue diamonds, super rare, but what have we done? We have lab created them for you. Now, this beautiful ring has a cool little recessed area. So I just pulled up another ring that I'm going to be showing later. But because it has that little V, you can put whatever ring, a little stone ring in there. Now, if you had a second one, you could face it the opposite direction and then put a solitaire or a gemstone ring in the center. Now, this is going to be, like I said, this is a little bit large for me. This could be a pointer finger. Yeah, got it on my pointer finger. The ring of authority. Don't you let these deals get away. See, that was authoritative pointing right there. Okay, sterling silver. This is going to be a 1/4 carat of your beautiful lab-grown blue diamonds. These are going to be SI, 25-point total weight. And I love it's a thick band. It's not real thin. You cannot bend that band. It's not, we did not, not cover the base and give you something super thick that's going to last forever. This is awesome rhodium overlay, which means it's never going to tarnish. So under those blue diamonds, there'll never be any tarnish. So this ring will look great. And people always ask, what happens if the rhodium wears off? Well, the metal underneath is white and rhodium's white. You're never going to see it. You're never going to notice it. So no worries there. The reason that we rhodium coat and rhodium overlay, especially with diamonds or colored stones, is underneath the stone, that little teeny area. If we didn't rhodium that, it would eventually get tarnished. And then the underside, the stones would look dirty or they look gray. So it's an extra step that Shop LC does that most other jewelry companies do not do that. Okay, so this is going to be, like I said, 25 points, cute little ring, sterling silver, rhodium overlay. Our price on this, $99.99. Now, blue diamonds are more expensive than white, much different process. When we start to manufacture diamonds, lab-grown diamonds, we actually have to take a seed. Like when you grow tomatoes, you have to have a tomato seed to put in the ground to grow the tomatoes. We actually have to have a little teeny blue diamond That's the seed, and that starts the process to grow blue diamonds. So because of the rarity in blue diamonds, just to naturally source them, to have the seed, even smaller versions, this is only a quarter carat, but it's $100, right? Because it's more expensive. So $99.99 after the 25% off, $74.99. Full on quarter carat in blue diamonds. Woohoo! That ain't gonna make you feel blue, right? A blue diamond ring, that's something, I'd say that's slightly bragging rights. Now we're gonna move on to the all so lovely. Now if you're English, you're gonna love this. Because, and I'm saying that for a reason, because look at this. It says mom. It doesn't say mom. It says mom. Right? Is that what the English call their mom? Mom? So, you know, I think it's sort of cute. My mom is no longer with us, but if you got that mom's credit card right now and she's taking a snoozer, it's a nice gift to give, right? On the neckline, I'll hold it up. Now, obviously, the 8.65 diamond chandelier, beautiful cascading Cleopatra necklace I'm wearing is going to distract you from the beautiful little heart motif. But don't be distracted. It is pretty. So if you have a mom and you want to get her something, you know, that's beautiful. And like I said, you know, maybe this could be from the fur baby. Maybe if you're watching and you know your mom takes care of that little fur baby and loves it, and you have a little extra ching-ching, and you're like, you know, get a little gift from our little fur baby for our mom. This is going to be, the chain is included, 20-inch rhodium overlay. I love the chain. It's a very, very strong, really tight cable weave. Very, very strong. Oversized lobster. Look at the size of that. Very, very large size. Easy to put on and off. Hangs down 20 inches, retail value $599.99. Let's just call it $600. Our price $69.99, and your price $52.49. Now on the mum pendant, I only have 25 left. So all you 25 mums in the world that are watching, if you're interested, this would be the piece for you, because that is item number. Doesn't come up on the top anymore, DJ, huh? Well. Does it come up on their phones with the item numbers?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's going to be on a 20-inch sterling silver chain. The chain alone, you know, $52 for a lab-grown diamond, 0.20 carat. All right. We're going to move on. Now, you know, 25 pieces, I don't know. But this ring, it's so funny because this ring is not going to fit me. Now, but the interesting part is, and I did not wear this on purpose, but I do have, and I'm wearing a ring that is, I think this is Clarté, but look at how funny. I'm wearing this, I came in wearing this ring, and this is what we're selling. Look at how close in style they are, right? Super funny. So I aired this ring last week, the one I'm showing, that doesn't fit me. Now on this I only have, let's see, I got some quantity. I only have three, it looks like 3 size 5. Okay, and then I have a few of the other sizes. So this is lab-grown diamonds. It's done in a domed, sort of a domed thing. I want to see if this ring is Clarté, because I bought this here at Shop LC. Anyway, it's very similar. Isn't that funny? So I obviously like this style. What I like about it is the diamonds, what they've done, they've taken and they've created a beautiful little stars, right? And the stars are done in the sterling silver. The diamonds are recessed, so they're not sticking up. So this is, look at, over my shirt, right? It's not catching at all. There's no prongs at all. Smooth as butter, like the Boston people say. High dome, you can see the polish, but just from the lights, this is from the picture. Made in the USA, look at that. So we're starting to manufacture some of our stuff here in the great old US of A. Luxuriant 25 means that this is sterling silver overlay. Look at how cute that is. It really is a really nice ring. Now, I'm going to take it off my finger and try to give you a little look-see on the undercarriage on this, because the undercarriage, when we create something, is always done and finished 100%. This is going to be you know what the description says? I love this. It says petite diamond ring. That's it. That's the description. But I know the carat weight because I researched. But for the people out there, when you pull it up and all it says is petite diamond ring, do not be upset because it's 20 points. All right, 20 carat. 5, all right, 20 points in diamonds. So I've given you that information. Doesn't say it on the description when you pull it up. But I also know that this is sterling silver, 18 karat overlay. It does not say that in the description either. And I also want to tell you that I have aired this ring over and over ago for $99. Guess what? They're blowing this out. $69.99, 25% off, $52.49. That is a killer deal. So I have some sizes available. If you're interested, grab this because my sheets, you can see right here. Here's the ring. What does that say? $129.99. $52.49. I'm going to sell these to you for $52.49. So if there's an issue, you have customer service, you say, Queen Bee, live stream told me $52.49, $69.99 was the clearance price on this. Look at how pretty that is. Solid sterling silver. I do not have the sterling silver weight. I'm sorry about that. They might have it if you do call customer service and want that specifically, but I can tell you it's well worth the money. Just the diamond weight alone. It's 1/5 of a carat in diamond. I'm going to say, jeweler's hand, about 4 grams, maybe 5. So you're going to get nice sterling silver with those beautiful lab-grown diamonds, 18 karat overlay for $52.49. Why not, right? Add to that jewelry collection. Because deals like this, when Shop LC gives you deals like this, you grab them, right? You grab them. Hold on, commercial break. That didn't go well. Spilled a little water. So why do you grab them? Because the price of, if you watch the metals market, silver went down to $53 an ounce. Last December, it was $115 an ounce. I waited. I follow the metals market. I was advised to buy if it went under 60. I bought it at $53 an ounce. It's already almost at 70. I've already made money. Now, you're buying this ring. I just told you, limited quantity. And I sold this for $99.99, which means this was manufactured when silver was low. It's going back up. So anything we bring in now that we're working on as of today and above, it's going to be expensive. You know, it's interesting because, you know, I've been in business many, many years, and I've manufactured jewelry, collected it, sold it. A lot of the stores are so afraid to purchase sterling silver right now because they don't know whether it was purchased at $115 an ounce or $42 an ounce or $28 an ounce or $70 an ounce. So you, our customers, are getting a great deal. And you'll know, because if you watch our TV show, TV Live, or here over here, you sort of monitor the prices and you know what a good deal is around. I've given you 2 really good deals today, and they've both been in that 18 karat overlay. Okay, I'm going to move on. I'm going to start getting into the bracelets. So we're going to move into the first, believe it or not, the smaller. And I say that because I got some whoppers coming up. So this is interesting because this is done in a slide slant. It's baguettes with radiant cut. So I'm holding the clasp because I don't want to put it on because I won't be able to get it off, and then DJ will have to follow me home, and then I have to drive all the way back here. You know how it goes. Well, guess what? If you have never had a diamond tennis or line bracelet, whatever you want to call it, there's a bunch of different names, I'm going to give you the capability to buy it right now. So, history story, it was named after Chrissy Everett, who was playing over in the tennis championship over in Europe. And she had a bracelet on like this, diamond tennis bracelet, and she hit the ball, and the bracelet fell off, and they stopped the match to go find the bracelet. So, hence the name tennis bracelet. Very, very interesting. So, isn't that funny? One small fact like that has created a type of jewelry that has been around for years, and it will never go out of style. But everybody knows when you say tennis bracelet, like, oh, yeah, I know that. Now, if you didn't know, and you came from somewhere, I don't know, and said, oh, do you have a tennis bracelet? What would you think? Does it have a tennis ball on it? Does it have a tennis racket? But the world has taken that name and it's accepted everywhere. So tennis bracelet. First one coming up. Now I have variation in sizes. I have 6.5, 7 1/4, and an 8-inch. So I have all three variations. This is going to be a great price. 3.5 carat. You're talking baguette cuts with little teeny radiance. $439. That was our clearance price. This is a $5,200 bracelet. $5,200, your price, $439 for 3.5 carat. But after the 25% discount, this goes down to $329. So, little background on lab-grown diamonds. How did they come about? We have been wearing and collecting diamonds since mankind, right? Since somebody found something sparkly and found the ability to facet it somehow. But lab-grown diamonds started to come to fruition in 1955 when a company, GE, General Electric, decided to invest a lot of money and try to create lab-grown diamonds. They spent years trying to perfect it. They never achieved that. It took many, many years, millions and millions of dollars. They called it Project Supercharge. It was very top secret, and they never achieved that. Well, through the years after that, about in the 80s, the patent and everything was let go. They weren't going to pursue it anymore. So a lot of companies jumped in and started to create different formulas, just like spaghetti sauce. Everybody had a different formula out there. Well, what happened was a lot of the companies failed. Their formulas weren't correct, and the diamonds were coming up black and carbon cracked. Just they're not usable, industrial quality. But there were a couple of companies that excelled, and in the early 2000s was when I first became aware of lab-grown diamonds that were actual jewelry quality. Like I said before that, jewelers never talked about it. They didn't exist, not in good quality. But in the early 2000s, when I priced them out, because in my jewelry business, I never carried a lot of diamonds. It was extremely expensive, and the customer base that I achieved weren't interested in buying, a $10,000 ring. It was more, handmade, artisan crafted, sterling silver, and some gold stuff occasionally. But I never really had a clientele for a large amount of diamonds ever. Because of that, I really didn't buy a lot of diamonds for myself. I looked at them all the time. They were very expensive. I have a lot of jewelry, but not a lot of diamonds. Well, when I discovered lab-grown diamonds in the early 2000s, I started to price them out because I thought, ooh, now I can afford a nice diamond ring. I don't have a 3 carat. I do now, but back then I didn't. It was too expensive. And when lab-grown diamonds first came to the marketplace, it was like anything else. They were brand new, and they were expensive. And as a matter of fact, they were more expensive than a naturally sourced diamond, because there was only 2 companies that were trying to manufacture them. To get a 3 carat takes a lot of time and effort. Anyway, so I never bought them. I priced them out at every big show. And then 2010, 2012, they started to really drop in price. And I said, ooh, this is interesting. So I followed the market. I actually didn't own any lab-grown diamonds till I started here at Shop LC in 2022. and they're bringing them in. They paired with the company that perfected it. But they're bringing these prices into you at such, I'm going to say, almost wholesale. You know, the world has changed where there's not really a retail market anymore. Malls are going out of business and mom and pop stores are struggling everywhere because the world is now changing to what you're doing now, watching me online, streaming, TV, you know, TikTok, every other way than going into a brick and mortar store. Well, brick and mortar stores are expending all that money to advertise insurance and rent and all that. All the live streamers, there's no financing. You don't have to worry. You just have to have a phone. So the world has changed like that. So it's cut out all these big chunks of money that companies used to have to pay. And so now they can put that back in and give you better products, lower prices. And that's what we do here. We don't pay for a ton of advertising. We're not on billboards. You are our advertisement. You buy a piece of jewelry like this for $439, but that's not your price, $329, because it's 25% off. And you buy this and you wear it. Maybe you go into a wedding and somebody says, oh, look at that. Man, that's a pretty bracelet. You go, yeah, I just bought it. Bought it at a company called Shop LC. They have great stuff. And they manufacture 95% of their goods in-house. That's right, you heard me. 95% of the goods that we sell you, we manufacture in-house. That's another reason we're able to bring you killer prices. So amongst all that, not only do we bring you great prices, but we travel the world globally to bring you and handpick the best quality, the best gemstones ever. So you're covered. We got you covered. And you know, I've been in the business a long time. When I go to a show, it's exhausting. It is exhausting hunting and looking. We take care of it all for you. And guess what else? We set them in beautiful settings. We give you options and choices. It's great. So, oops, slippery little sucker, that guy. But look at that. I'm going to put this back on my wrist again. I'm sort of holding it. But it has, you know, once again, the little lever that snaps in, right? Always a great double safety. Those little wings, they call them the little wings on the side. They flip over and they have double, one on each side. And that snaps in, and that is your double safety to keep you from never losing this bracelet. Now, I also love on the clasp, they've actually, you know, set the baguettes on the clasp too. So you don't just see a bunch of metal there. That clasp is now part of the bracelet, so it's a beautiful unity and flow of beautiful diamonds. And yes, these are diamonds, lab grown, but they are diamonds, my friend. So 3.5 carat, your price tonight, $329. And boy, are they beautiful. So take advantage. All right, we're going to move on. We're going to start to get into a couple little bigger pieces, not massive, just a tad bigger. But this is one of the pieces that I have a line coming out in the next couple of weeks. It's on a more floral line. I worked on it. It was out of my sketchbook. And I very much love flowers. I think, you know, if Danielle Banda is watching, I just opened my locker and my little friend left me a bouquet of flowers in there today. So thank you, Danielle. I appreciate that very much. If you look at this, when we go out in nature and we see flowers, we automatically smile. When somebody brings you flowers, you automatically smile. Flowers, whether they have smell or not, evokes an emotion of happiness. When we see them on the side of the road, you know, we're in Texas, a ladybird, I didn't know this until I moved here. When I first moved here, I thought it was going to be just a big, dusty, dirty bowl of Texan. And as springtime came, and oh my God, it's just flowers along all the interstate roads. They're everywhere. Well, Lady Bird, you know, Lyndon Johnson's wife, decided to throw wildflower seed all along the highways and byways, all in and around Texas, to create this beautiful flower in the springtime. And there's cactuses that bloom, so it's not just the spring. It's, it's quite lovely actually. But when you see a flower motif like this, it does spark that moment of maybe somebody gave you flowers at some point in your life and it was very special. When I first moved into my house that I bought by myself, my first house, once a week I would go buy pink carnations and I would put them beside my bed in my bedroom, and I'd put them in my entranceway. And I did that probably for an entire year. It just made me feel good. They weren't expensive. I bought them at the supermarket, and they had, you know, bundles, 3 for $10. But it just put a smile on my face. And $10, you know, $10. I spend that on a boba tea. But I looked at them and I rolled over and I saw them every time I woke or went to bed, the beautiful pink flowers. So it does spark something special. You know, if you are a gardener, if you are a person that, you know, buys flowers for yourself, maybe you're a person that has never had somebody buy you flowers. This would be the thing that you would buy for yourself. Personal purchases are always welcome and accepted. Okay, this is going to be a ½ carat. So I'm moving up in the diamond weight right now. So a ½ carat on a 20-inch chain. Chain is included. This is going to have your 2-inch extender right here. And we do that a lot here at Shop LC, which means that this is the 2 inches. So this chain can go to 20 to 22. So you have, it's a beautiful cable. I always tug on it to show you, don't be fooled. Just because it's thin does not mean it's not strong. It's a very, very strong chain. And it's going to hold that beautiful ½ carat flower. Now in the petals of the flower, they've actually done all these diamonds. So the center is going to have your largest stone. And then I'm going to say that's a 10-pointer, just from looking at it. Maybe an 8-pointer. And then it has a variation of larger and then real small stones to create that beautiful flower motif. And I love this because it's 3-dimensional. So if I hold this sideways, you see that those petals are raised and maneuvered one on top of the other. So it has dimension, which is really important when you make jewelry. You don't want something to look flat. Even in a painting, you never want flatness. So I think this is really, really pretty. So $149.99. Retail would be $1,500. Our price, $149.99. After the 25% off your price, $112. Now think about this. Maybe you have an anniversary coming up. Maybe this is something that, you know, you don't want a little solitaire because it's not big enough, and you want a little bit more on the neckline, something a little bit larger that you can see. And affordability is a problem, you know, $112. I think I've covered that box for a ½ carat in diamonds. Now these are going to be GH in color and a full ½ carat total weight for $100, $112 to be exact. That's a pretty good deal, I gotta say. Once again, Shop LC, they're killing it. So if you got the pendante, why not get the matching earrings? Because I do have the matching earrings. Now the earrings are going to be a little bit more. Why? Because you get double the diamond weight. Don't be silly. We can't give you double the diamond weight and not charge you. That would be crazy. But sometimes we are crazy here. Okay, look at the earrings. Look at the necklace. Look at how pretty they look together. And honestly, I normally am not a big, you know, I do matchy-matchy once in a great while. On something like this, I would absolutely do matchy-matchy because that pendant, if you want to find something that's going to match that, it's going to either have to be a stud or maybe a diamond hoop that has, which I have coming up. But to really make that incredible look of, you know, wealth, I think the pendant's really important in this set. So here's the earrings. Now, the exact same size as the pendant. See, I put them together. That's why you pay double the price, because you're getting two. You're getting a full-on carat now. A full-on carat in earrings. These are going to be after the 25% off. So $2,100. That's your retail estimated value on these earrings. Look at how nice it is with the pendant. It's so pretty. And look at the sparkle. I'll move them around a little bit. Let me fix that earring. That little rogue earring. It's because I've been... Okay, there we go. And I love jewelry that has movement. Now, the back side of these are highly polished. Look at the diamond. Look at how pretty that is, that sparkle. There's the pendant. Here's the earrings. The earrings are going to be a little bit less than double money. Earrings are going to go down to $187. So $249 regular after the 25% off, down to $187. On the earrings, I have 19 pairs available. So you don't have to jump right on the phone line, but I'd say pretty quickly. Look how nice that looks. I mean, it really is a beautiful, elegant set. This is something that you could pass down. Definitely heirloom worthy. This is, let me flip that over. My display is not cooperating. All right, now we can see that. Look at how pretty that looks. Yeah, that's just a beautiful set. It really is. I mean, I could see that in a, you know, like a really expensive store in the window with those little teeny tiny numbers. You're looking, is that 1100? Yeah, this is expensive, but not your price. Remember, a full-on carat in weight, GH color. Lab-grown diamonds are killing it. And I'm going to stop them from moving so you get a nice little look at that. How pretty, though. Side view. They also have that beautiful lever back, which means that you don't have to worry about putting a, you know, a lot of times the butterfly backs, I just cut my nails, but if you have long nails, any little component that you got to pick up and try to maneuver, it can be very, very difficult. These have, this just slides right in the air, right? It's like a little hook. And then this just snaps up, and you're done. So you put it in your ear, and I will demo. Oh, do I have earrings in? No. So I will demo how easy that is. So I got it in, right? Now I don't have the back pushed up yet. And then all you do is just push it, and that's it. You're done. And you're not going to lose them. You can tell. I mean, when you have earrings like this that have that beautiful hook and then the lever back that snaps in, you're not going to lose them. Look how pretty they look. That little dangle effect. I mean, you could wear it with this too if you're interested in this is coming up. But very, very lovely. $187. 1 carat total weight full. Beautiful earrings. And I only have one other pair of earrings. So I had the little teeny studs. Then I have the teardrop. I have these and I have a pair of hoops coming, and that's it. So 4 pairs of earrings. If you love them, grab them. Think about maybe adding something, some lab-grown diamonds to your, you know, your jewelry collection. It's like I said, if you've never tried them, the way they sparkle, because there's not a whole lot of carbon. When we are sourcing naturally sourced diamonds, there's usually I'm GI certified, so if somebody would come to me and say, oh, I have this ring, can you map it out and tell me where, you know, what it's worth, can you grade it for me? So I get in there with a microscope, I loop it first, and I go in with a microscope, and I look at every little facet to see if there's a little carbon. Now if the stone is already set, most jewelers, not most, but all of them, they'll hide that carbon spot with a prong. They don't want you to see that. Even if the stone is loose and you buy it and that carbon spot is near the edge, they're going to put a prong over that. Keep the integrity of the ring. Okay, but what happens is the more black carbon spots, when light goes into a diamond, light goes in through the top, and then it bounces around. All those facets make that light bounce around like a little soccer ball in a cage. And then it either leaks out, hits something, and is not able to create and come right back out, goes in, goes out. If it leaks out the side, it's hit a carbon spot, or there's something that's maybe a feather or something like that. So when you have a clean diamond, that's why it has so much sparkle. That light comes right back at you like a, you know, sunshine on a really sunny day. And that's what you want. Those are the best quality diamonds. That's what you want to see. That bright sunlight sparkle coming right back at you. Okay, we're going to move on. These are the only hoops I have, and I'm going to show you the side view first. They're about the size of a dime. About the size of a dime. These are going to be 1 carat full weight, GH in color, which means, you know, colorless. Now these also are beautiful because you don't need that butterfly back once again. So on the post right here, there's a little notch, and in here, this goes into that hole and it clicks. So that notch locks in, and you can't pull it apart unless you give it a pretty good tug. Now, the diamonds are all up in the front of these. In your face. That's where they are, in the front. In your face, where they should be. Right? You want the diamond. If you're going to spend money on diamonds, you don't want the diamonds going around and facing the back this way. Especially if you have long hair. Nobody's going to see them. Who cares? You don't need diamonds back there. You want them all in your face. And this is right where they are. 1 carat total weight, size of a dime. These are sterling silver, rhodium overlay. Absolutely lovely. Super duper deal. 15 pairs. That's it. 15, and we are done. 15 pairs. That's not a whole lot. 15 pairs. Okay, these are going to be Okay, $195.49, and these are a clearance event. These are normally $1,400. That's why I have 15 pairs. These were originally $229. They bumped them down to $195, and now we're giving you 25% off for $146. So $146. Yeah, that's a great deal. So 15 pairs available, and those will probably be sold very, very quickly. So remember what I said, the holidays are coming. If you see anything you love, grab it. You have the capability to return it, but don't have FOMO and say, oh gosh, I should have got those. Cheryl showed me those, and now I can't find them. They're gone. Because like anything else, once it's gone, it's gone. We don't replicate designs over and over. We'd lose our audience if we did. It's like going into the same, let's say you go to a department store and they never change their inventory. How often would you shop there? Once, twice, and you'd be done. So we constantly revolve and create new styles to keep you interested, to keep new customers coming aboard, and to keep people like me who want large jewelry collections satisfied. Right? We all want great stuff. So they constantly come in with new designs. So when they're doing that, if there's something that I say is very, very limited quantity, it is because it is almost sold out and they won't replicate it again. Super important information for you to have. Okay, we're going to start in the ring category now. A little bit more fancy. A little bit.
Just double checking, Cheryl. We already did the 14 karat yellow gold ring earlier, right?
14 karat yellow gold. I did the dome ring. I haven't done that yet.
Oh, okay.
The gilded grace.
Yeah.
That's coming. Oh, I skipped that.
Yeah.
Oh, DJ, he is on top of things. DJ is the man. By the way, if you don't know we have a DJ's my team member. So here at the live stream, DJ sets up everything. He does all the graphics. He does it all. I just do the talking. He is the man that does all the work. So studio applause for DJ, keeping me in track. Okay, we are moving on to a ring, and this is going to be in 14 karat yellow gold over sterling silver. Ooh, this is pretty. Now, it's got a little bunch of hearts on it, little heart motif. And I can tell this ring is large and it's going to fit me because this looks like a size 10. Oh yeah, I knew it was going to fit me. Okay, I got it on my pointer finger, so I know it's a large ring. So carat weight on this is going to be 90 carats, almost a full carat. Excuse me, 90 points. And you can see how beautiful this is. Now this has 5 hearts. If you have 5 kids, if you have 5 people in your family, 5 members, 5 is a lucky number. Anything that represents 5, maybe you have 5 dogs, 5 cats. Maybe you just like the number 5. Look at how pretty this is. I put it on my pointer finger. It is, it's very lovely. And it has a lot of sparkle to it. It is all over those heart shapes. Oh, and I'm going to spin it around on this way. All over the heart shapes. Fully encrusted, fully faceted, full radiant cut diamonds. 0.90, 10 points shy of a full carat. Now this is going to be, look at that beautiful comfort fit band. Nice and thick. I'm going to hold it this way so you can see how thick it is. That's not going to bend. I'm pushing on it really hard. You can see the light. All that little framework up here is so the light goes behind those beautiful diamonds. Look how pretty that is. So 5 beautiful hearts. And I love how they put the larger in the center. They sort of cascaded down in size. It's just a really nice, elegant setting. And what's interesting is, on the underside, the undercarriage, which we always finish, they've done raised hearts on the whole undercarriage of this too. So they've done a beautiful job of finishing 360. Everywhere you look. It's just really a well-made ring. Okay, price on this, $199.99, $499 retail, $199, your price, $149. That's after the 25% off. And that is going to be 14 karat overlay. Gilded Grace ring, we're calling it today. Gilded Grace. All right, we're going to move on now to the fancier rings. So this one right off the bat, it's going to be the smaller of the fancy. And I mean fancy because it looks like more than it is. Definitely looks like good bang for the buck. This is going to be, it looks like a love knot to me. Sort of a love knot flower. Interesting, very sparkly. It's got inlaid baguettes. It's got full cut faceted in the center. Excuse me. Sorry about that. So the center stone, the center stones, this 6 of them, And it creates a little flower that's raised up on the top. And I like how they filmed this so you can see actually, these are all inlaid. All these baguettes are not prong set, they're channel set. So that little flower, you can see it, I'm gonna do a side little, so you can see it sticking up. That little diamond flower is on top. And this, like I said, the sides are completely smooth because you have those baguettes that are channel set. And what they do, they actually, you know, take metal and they drill it out. So you have two grooves, so they actually slide those baguettes in there. Really difficult to do. All the stone setting I did in jewelry school, I never ever set a baguette. Just never got into it. That whole preciseness and the channels and stuff was a nightmare for me. So it wasn't my favorite thing. I think I tried it once and I was like, yeah, good enough. Don't want to do it anymore. So it's an art form in itself. Master crafters are the only people that really, you know, super gem cutters and setters, or they sort of handle that stuff. Now on this ring, it's going to be sterling silver rhodium overlay, full half carat, GH in color, which means basically colorless. Oh, this is a good price on this one. $1,499, but guess what? Boom, boom, boom. I'm doing magic here. That's what I do best. Magical Journey Cheryl. Follow me on that Instagram. I'm doing magic right here. Guess what? $97.49. Did I scare you when I went fast? Whoa! $97.49. Are you kidding me? This is a winner chicken dinner. Come on. Sterling silver, rhodium, 90 points. Lab-grown diamonds, sparkalicious, for under 100 buckaroonies. Yeah, this is a must. So I do have variations of sizes. Size 10, I only have 2. I hate to do it to you larger people. And I think this is a size 10 that I have on my finger. Hey, Carol. Nice to see you watching. All right, $97. Come on. That is crazy cheap for this. And I don't like to use that word cheap. Crazy and expensive for this. Very limited quantity, but really a good deal. Okay, $97. We're gonna move on to, we're gonna throw some green your way. Now you're probably thinking, oh, is she gonna give us some money? I'm gonna put some money back in your pocket, because I'm now gonna put on, oh, this is so pretty. I squish that on my finger because I want to see it on. Look at how pretty that is. Okay, let me move it around. Let me give you a little sparkle. That's going to be lab-grown green and white diamonds. Full-on carat. So pretty. So feminine. Lovely. Look at how pretty that is. Full-on carat. I really love the variations in colors with the new diamonds that are coming out. I mean, pink, green, white, yellow. It's just, you know, you put all 4 of those colors together and it's amazing. But just the green alone, such a rarity. You know, I've seen blue over and over. Very rarely do I ever see green diamonds. As a matter of fact, I own a green diamond ring. It's a dragon that was created by Gaia Perez. If you like interesting jewelry, go on the website. Beautiful green diamond dragon ring I bought from her. But yeah, it's probably the first piece of green diamond I ever owned, and I love it. You can own it too. This can be yours. Guess what? Full on carat. It's so pretty. I'm going to put it back up close to the camera. 925 sterling silver rhodium overlay. $776 comparison. Our price $249. Your price $187. $187.99. I exercised in the pool. My arms are killing me today. So I'm like, oh God, even lift them. I'm like, ooh. I guess that's what they're supposed to do, right? That's right. Exercise, you know, it's good for you, but why are you always in pain afterwards? I don't know. Lettuce is good for you, but it can kill you now, right? It's crazy. All right. We're going to move on to, now, when I said I have some bigger pieces, okay, I'm going to, commercial break, I'm coming back, because this is going to blow your mind, this piece. Okay, put your glasses on. Da-da-da. Look at that. Wow. Now that is a cocktail ring. Speaking of, oh, can I have a cocktail, DJ? Oh, that's right, we're at work. Boo! Okay, cocktail rings. That name was derived from during the years of Prohibition, when women would sneak into the speakeasies with their man. If they wore a fancy ring like this with multiple diamonds, it meant they wanted liquor in their cocktail. Hence the name cocktail ring. Interesting. You know, just from wearing a ring, you get a cocktail. Now, this is going to be large carat weight. But I have more coming. This one on my neck, 8 carat. This is going to be 2 full carats in lab-grown diamonds. VS G color. I'm going to stand back so you can actually see. Can you see how... Well, let me tell you. Oh, Prohibition. Oh, look at that. From across the room, you notice it. Now, it is full on diamond, and diamond. 1, 2, 3. Now, the center is one large, small stone set. Then you have a second halo. Then you have a third halo. Then you have them going down the side. 2 full-on carats. You'd think that ring's got to be $4 grand, right? That ring's got to be $4 grand. Well, guess what? It should be $4 grand, but it's not. $399. $399. But after the 25% off, $299. Look at that. $299. If that doesn't make you smile. That is just sparkly. I'd say, you know what? Tribute to Dolly Parton. Fabulous singer. Too bad she passed away today. 80 years old. 80-year young. She liked sparkly stuff. Yeah. Dolly was another icon. Another icon. But let's remember her in positive ways, everybody. She was a fabulous little singer. I don't think anybody just like Dolly Parton. I don't think anybody can just like this ring. I mean, you have to be pretty, something's going on if you look at this and go, I don't like it. Well, it might not be your taste that you want to wear, but if not you, who? Maybe this is a gift for somebody that knows, somebody that you know would love something like this. So I'm doing the profile like that, so you can see it almost looks like a little step. You know, it's just one step and then the second step. Beautifully done. I'm going to show you the undercarriage once again. Undercarriage, it looks like a cross on the underside of that. Undercarriage fully done, so the stones are going to get that light no matter what. If this was a solid back, that light would not be able to go through, and it would create the stones not looking as sparkly as they are. So we like to have all the light. It's just like when you paint, you want that natural sunlight to come in and make everything look better. Okay, so $299.99. The first piece in many rings, well, not many, a few that I have coming up, but that's going to be the most cocktail-ish of them all, the one that has all the multitude of stones. Some of them are a little bit more reserved, but that's a definite oomph piece. If you want something large and in charge, and you don't want to break the bank, $299. Remember, full day. You know, today I did a lot today. I soldered, I swam, I exercised, I made, I created, but I can see the sparkle from that stone from here. So if you're interested in one of the larger pieces for $299. Remember, lab-grown diamonds, they look great. It takes the place of robbing your wallet of thousands of dollars. If you've always wanted something nice and haven't been able to afford it, and money is a factor for everybody. Maybe you can afford it, but you don't want to put the money into something like that. That money that you have needs to sit in the bank for retirement or for some kind of something else. Maybe a house, I don't know, camper, boat, whatever. But if you want something that really looks nice, it's going to hold, you know, it's a diamond. And the prices we're giving you, I can't imagine ever finding anything for less money. And I really mean that. And even down the road, years down the road. I said that lab-grown diamonds used to be high priced, but you're getting settings that are in sterling silver. You're getting the craftsmanship, the workmanship, the design, a full finished piece of jewelry for a fraction of the price you'd pay anywhere else. And because you're watching the live stream, you're getting 25% off right off the bat. You know, it's easy. You just buy whatever you like. And if there's something's too high, call the personal shopper and they can probably do miracles, and you can put it on budget pay, which means you spread it out over 4 months. Okay. Now is the piece de resistance. I want you to look at this. Now I'm holding it from my neck. Gosh, this is so pretty. Guys, Mallory, sorry about your friend. Celine, look at this necklace. Look at this, my friends. Can you? And it's all individual stations. It all has movement. It's not one uniform piece, which I love. If this was one piece, it would end up, you know, like over there. Look at the movement. Gosh, I haven't seen this before. This is a stunner. I mean, this is when I love my job. When I come in and I see pieces like this and I go, boy. Everybody who knows me out there, my friends, you know I like large. I'm not into the small stuff anymore. I like something that grabs my attention and shakes up my mind and goes, whoa! And this is the piece. Now, this is going to be 8.5 carats. And I want to show you, and see, it's very flexible. I want people to realize this is very, very well made. But the larger pieces are actually smaller stones. So it's not giant teardrop stones. That's why this is 8 carat total weight. Okay. I just found out. I got 3 of these. 3, and that is it. That's a bummer. Okay, and I found out that I'm going to drop the price on this to a ridiculously insane price. If you love it, ladies and gents, oh God, I only have 3 of these. Can you see me sweating? Because I'm filming with my phone, which means that I don't have the capability right now. 3 in the entire world. All right, I'm going to do it. $9,999. But that's not your price. 8.5 carats. 18 inch. I normally don't even like 18 inch, but man, I'm rocking this. All right, I got to do it. Rip that Band-Aid off. Do it quickly, Cheryl. Don't cry because you don't have one. $974.99. $974. But I'm not done. Yeah, you better cry. You better run to the phone because this great piece that is 8.5 carats can be yours, and I got 3 of these. $731. Okay. Who's doing the pricing here? I don't know if they're going to have a job tomorrow because I'm going to tell you 8.5 carats for $731. Doesn't even seem realistic. That is less. It's not even $100 a carat. It's not even $100 a carat. And then I'm throwing in sterling silver. Okay. This deal is too good to be true. So occasionally when we do say it's too good to be true, gosh darn it, I think this deal is too good to be true. I'm going to take this off and put it on a neck form because I want you to see how pretty this is on a neck form. 8.5 carats. Holy smokes. I mean, gosh darn it, this is one of the best deals. I thought it was the earrings. I've changed my mind already twice. What? That's life. I'm allowed to do that. Right? I can change my mind. I am a woman. I can do that. No problem. Look at this. Okay. This makes me want to plan an event. All right? How's that? Buy a piece of jewelry, plan an event. This makes me want to plan an event. Look. That is sweet. Look at that. $731. What are we doing? Look at that. I'm going to call this Cleopatra. Now, the chain is adjustable, 2 different lengths, 18, 16. Oh, I love this piece. It is so spectacular. Ay, ay, ay. Somebody say that. Look at the sparkle. Look at the movement. 8.5 carats. Are you kidding me? Somebody's giving me eye. I feel the same way, girl. I gotta tell you, this is just blowing my mind, Celine. What are we doing here, right? What are we doing here? 8.5 carats, $731. Holy smoky. I love it. Diamonds are gonna be, now it says GSI. I'm gonna tell you, these are, I'd grade these better if I was doing the grading, for sure. G, colorless no matter what. D, E, F, G. It's all the same, grouped into one. But I would grade these probably up a little bit. I'd have to loop them. But for that money, this is stunner. I'm going to hold it back here so you can see. I'm in love with this piece. That's why I put this on. And that's what I mean. If you see a piece of jewelry and you go, man, I love it, you should probably own it. Which means that you're going to make an effort to wear it. You're going to make an effort. Like I said, I would take this pendant and I'd plan an event. I would do a black tie event. And I'd say, okay, we can do a black tie dinner party. I don't care if you come in, a T-shirt that looks like a tuxedo. People dress crazy now. But, sometimes it's nice. If you have something beautiful like this, go plan something to enjoy it. It doesn't have to be some spectacular thing that's going to cost thousands of dollars. Years ago, on New Year's Eve, I planned an event in my backyard. We got dressed up, tuxedos, velvet, and I lived in Florida. And we did it all. It was spectacular, and it was more fun. Everybody was dressed up. It was a killer time. Fun time. So you can plan an event. It could be your wedding, maybe an anniversary. Maybe it's a wedding anniversary. Maybe you're turning 30 and you're like, man, I got to have that necklace. This is something that is so spectacular and beautiful. Okay, I'm going to move on because I'm just too guga over that, and there's only 3 of those. Wham! Okay, we're going to move on to another. Now, this is a ring set, which is nice, so you don't have to buy one. Well, you do buy one, but you get 2. It's a Texas 2 for a BOGO deal we're going to throw you right now. Lab-grown diamonds again. Now, this is going to be the largest. No, it's not. This is going to be the third of the rings that probably has the largest center stone. So this is going to be your oval cut, right? Beautiful oval cut stone. GH, SI, 2 carat total weight in the set. Now, they gave me the largest size. This is either a size 10 or an 11. Let me look here on my sheets, and I'm going to tell you if this even have an 11. It's a size 10. Okay, so you got that large oval in the center. And DJ, do we have specific specs on this one at all? Okay, the center stone, he's trying to pull it up. Oh, there you go. Okay, we got carat weight, size, 23 stones. And I'm looking and it says, it doesn't say it on that. I'm going to say right off the bat, because I have a good eye, I'm going to say that's about a carat. So that center stone is, the oval is a carat, and then your cascading stones are going to be the rest of the diamond weight. But watch this. You're not just getting this. You're getting, and I'm going to split them apart so you can see, you're getting both these. Now, on these I have limited quantity. Size 10 I have 1, so if you're a size 10 and you want this, please grab it while you can, because that's it, 1. So it's got that 1 carat oval, and all the rest of the gemstones are totaling up that other carat. So it's 2 rings. 2 rings. 2 rings. Getting both of them. How pretty is that? So here's your engagement ring. Here's your matching wedding band. Now, I know, being in the jewelry business for many, many years, that anytime people came to me and they wanted a wedding band that sat perfectly against the other ring, it had to be created together. especially on an oval stone. So if you went and just bought this stone and then bought another band that you thought maybe would match, you might end up with a space like that because it won't sit right. This is actually precisely and meant to be smack dab right up against. And you know, I would love another band on the other side of this to really pop it. But your price on this, so we're talking about 2.15 carat sterling silver. All right, $449.99. That is our price. This is a $3,500 set. That center stone is oval. Originally when we did this, we had an emerald, a round, and a cushion. We are down to just the oval. So that's what I mean, last in stock. This is when you jump in and go, all right, I know that price is going to be killer. And I put them together to show you that look together, right? And I'll put it on my ring finger to give you the look on the ring finger. I wear an 8 on my ring finger, by the way. So that's a 10, so it's obviously too big for my ring finger. But just to give you a looky on the ring finger so you can see the look. Absolutely stunning. I mean, honestly, when lab-grown diamonds first came out, like I said, I purchased, this is mine, this is a 3-cut cushion cut. I also purchased an oval, and I also purchased a pear shape. And eventually I'm going to use the pear shape as the bee bottom for the queen bee. And the oval, I haven't decided what I was going to do. I was going to put it in a blister pendant. But I would never, years ago, own a 3-carat, a 3-carat, and a 2-carat. I wouldn't do it. I'd buy a house and an antique car. Now I have the capability to have it all for a fraction of the price. It's crazy. And if you love jewelry, which most of the people that are watching the network are watching because they love jewelry, right? That's why you're watching. You want a great buy. You want, certain stones. You want variations, and you want great prices. That's the hunt. I know that even when I'm not working, I scan back through previously aired, and I buy a lot of stuff. A lot of good stuff here. This is one of those pieces. It's a great price. All right, $449. Your price $337. $337, and you're getting 2 rings. $337, both rings included. All sizes, only one size 10 available. Okay, moving on. Boom-ba-no, another ring. And this one is going to be a larger center stone. It is going to be that beautiful cushion cut. Oh, this is called a sunburst. Oh, it is, okay. So it's interesting because Asher cut, cushion cut, this is going to be sunburst, and I can actually see it almost, when we look at a Asher, the wall of mirrors, you can see those strips where the cuts are. This is like that, but on every facet. So I'm going to put this close to the camera so you can see that. So look at that center stone, and as I move it around, you see those beautiful, long, sort of mirrored effect. Absolutely beautiful. The center stone on this is going to be 1.85 total carat. Center stone on this is probably 75 points. Oh, 81. Oh, I was close. Look at that. I eyed it. And I was like 6 points off. And that was a quick eye. That's what happens when you're GA certified. You can eyeball stuff like that. 81 points. Total carat weight on this. Boom. 1.85. And they've done it, and I love it. So let's talk about the design. So when you're dealing with a ring like this, almost like a hoop earring. When I said when you're wearing a hoop, when you have those diamonds that are back here on the back side of the hoop, nobody sees those, especially if you have long hair. And even if you have short hair, people are looking at it here. They're not looking behind you unless you're standing in line at the grocery store. Okay, same thing when they design a ring. Unless it's an eternity band, and that ring was specifically named eternity because it's a complete circle of diamonds. Eternity bands are fabulous, but guaranteed, if you wear them all the time, you're going to lose stones on them. This side of your hand is the most handles the most abuse. Picking stuff up, putting stuff down, you're going to catch a stone. So what we do is unless it's specifically named Eternity Band, we cascade down just a little bit, just a teeny bit on the top. Because when you put this on, first of all, you want comfort. You don't want stones on here. It's going to hurt your hand. I have a ring that has stones here. I never wear it. Kills me. I get indentations, so I hardly ever wear it. I loved it, but I don't like it. It's a love-hate relationship. Okay, with a piece of jewelry. And it's a diamond ring. Jeez, okay. What we've done, halfway down, so when you close your finger, very, very comfortable. Underside, no stones. You're never going to lose a stone. Right? I call it a comfort fit. But look at the sparkle on the top. That's where you need it. That's where you want it. All that beautiful surface sparkle. You don't need it on the underside. Beautifully done. $399. Your price after the 25% off brings it down to $299. $299, you can own this. Beautiful lab-grown diamonds. Anything that I'm showing you tonight, take a chance. If you like it, it could be yours. You know, if you decide you buy it and then you're like, well, I don't know, and you can always return it. Don't you ever worry about being stuck. I'm going to say stuck with something. That's not how we operate here. Okay, this is an interesting piece. All right, so this is going to be, they're calling this a vine necklace. And this is going to be in rose tone gold. And it's sort of similar to something I have coming out. Different, similar, you know, that's what jewelry is. This is, I have 17 of these left. And I love how each diamond is a full cut and large in size. So it's not little teeny individual stones. Each one of these is a full radiant cut diamond. Now this is done in your rose gold, your vermeil. And this is going to be extender. You can see all this great extension. This is a really, really strong cable link. 18 karat vermeil, 18-inch full-on 1 carat. So these are about 10 points each. Our price, $389 on clearance. But after the 25% off, it goes down even less. So your price is going to be $292. $292 for a full-on 1 carat, beautiful, vine-like. If you're a gardener, if you're a person, you know, that maybe owns a vineyard, maybe you are, I have some plants out on my balcony right now that are vining plants, and I bought them. I kept them in the original pots, but I have it produces these beautiful red and pink flowers, and I have it right beside my hummingbird feeder. And so it's a vining plant, and I went out there today and I noticed it's wrapping itself around the railing on my balcony. Likes being there, I guess. It's growing, and the hummingbirds love it because they come every day and, you know, take their little sippy of little sugary water. But yeah, if you're a gardener, if you're a person that, you know, just loves that vining look, if you're a person that loves diamonds, rose gold, I guess you don't really need a whole lot of reasons to own diamonds, right? I don't have to list all those things. We just know they're fabulous. And for this price, $292, you can have diamonds. Think about that. You know, years ago, was it affordable? Probably not. And all the pieces that I'm bringing you tonight are all in sterling silver, by the way. None of these are the Ever True. So if you follow our other jewelry, we have a line we call Ever True, where it's a usually brass that's overlay. This is all solid sterling silver. So you're dealing with 2 precious metals, especially if it has an overlay on it, usually 18 or 14 karat gold. But yeah, absolutely stunning pieces. Can be yours for $292. Absolutely beautiful. Okay, we're going to move on to another ring. Give me 1 second here.
Cheryl, did you actually skip the bracelet?
DJ, what I did. See, this is what DJ does. He is on the ball. Why do I manage to do that? Maybe because it's only 1 line.
Maybe.
Okay. This is I think one of the prettiest line bracelets that we carry. And the reason I say that is because a lot of times when we will make, or not us, but any manufacturer, when they make a line bracelet, tennis bracelet, they take the stones and they set them in a plate. And there's usually quite a bit of metal around the plate. So it's a diamond in the center, but it's usually teeny tiny, and then you have this big plate of metal. It's made to look more diamond weight than it is. This one is just diamond. There's no smoke and mirrors here. Okay. It also has a very interesting safety that I want to show you, because it's a little bit different than the wings that I showed you earlier. Now, this is going to be your typical line bracelet, and I'm going to once again hold it so I don't have to clasp it. I'm going to hold it up, and I want you to look at it. So it doesn't have the plate that has diamond cuts. It's just the diamond set on its own. Right there. Right there. How pretty is that? Now, this particular bracelet is going to be 2 carat. When you put the little clasp, it snaps in. You can hear that snap. I could hear it. And then this goes from the underside. So that is going to snap up and lock. Now, that's going to lay on your wrist like that, which means there is no way for that to ever open up. This is one of the best, absolutely best mechanisms you can have in a diamond bracelet or any type of gemstone bracelet. I'm going to show you the difference. So, as wonderful as these are, right? If this, I'm going to put it upside down. If this catches on anything, maybe you're wearing a sweater, this opens up. I've opened one. So, okay, maybe you're running around, you don't know, it's busy, and then all of a sudden this catches on something. Now, all of a sudden your 2 safeties are no longer there to hold that bracelet in. If you tug on that, if you hit your hand against the car window and it pressed that, uh-oh, what's going to happen? You're going to lose the bracelet. That being underneath, there's no way for that to open up. You actually have to take your fingernail and you have to press down on that and get that to unlock and then maneuver it back to the opening position, right? Absolutely the best safety you can ever get. 100%. So they've done their due diligence with this. I love how there's only a teeny tiny, just that little pressed lever is the only part of this bracelet that's showing that doesn't have diamond on it. But look how pretty that is. Now this is going to be 7 1/4, 2 carat total weight. I only have 4 in the entire world. And I love this because let's say you own another tennis bracelet, right? Maybe you own this one. Look how pretty that looks together. Now, maybe you want a real big one. Look at how that looks. I know I'm whispering. Look at how that looks. Together. Together's always better. Look at how pretty that is. Oh, goodness. Gosh. Now that. Look at, does that not make you smile? No words, I know. I gotta tell you, it is just, woo! That is something that, and all of these are for sale right here tonight on my show. So this last one is the one that's coming up. That's the largest. That was a teaser. But even if you want to buy this one and the one I aired first, this is going to be $399.99, $299 after the 25% off. 2 carat total weight. So you're gonna have some hefty carat weight on that wrist. If you want to do a cascading, 3 different bracelets, that looks like something you'd see on Rodeo Drive, or you know, you go into a jewelry store and you're like, I'll take that, and that means I just won the lottery, because that is a fabulous look. So $299.99 for this great bracelet. And like I said, that safety is so key on this. I love it. I'm really glad that they did that, just to give you a little education on the manufacturing process of some of the pieces. Okay, we're going to move on to a little bit of an emerald here. Emerald cut, not emerald. It's too small for Cheryl. It won't fit on my finger. Look at, I'm trying to press it. You ever do that? You see a ring you like, and you're like, I'm going to make that fit. I'm going to make that sucker fit. You try to get it on, then you get it on, you're like, uh-oh, now you can't get it off, and you're pulling and tugging. Well, I'm not going to do that because I don't want them to have to follow me home for this ring. Okay, 3 beautiful emerald. Look at how pretty that is. 3 beautiful emerald cut. Now, 3 different sizes. Your center, obviously, is going to be your largest. This is a 2-carat total weight in your white gold classic emerald cut diamond ring. And this is 14-carat solid. So no vermeil, no overlay. This is the real McCoy solid gold. I'm showing you the side view. The side view. Then I'll show you this side view. The stones are cascading down the side of the shank. The emerald cut are 4-pronged. Now, unfortunately, I do not have the specific stone weight on this ring. It does not say it on the graph, and it does not say it on my sheets. I apologize for that. I will make sure that next time we will do it right. But I can tell you it is 2-carat full in total diamonds. Yeah, it doesn't have it, doesn't it? Oh, DJ just miraculously. See, that's why DJ's here. Okay, your center stone, you get 3 of them. The 3 emerald cut are going to be 1.70 in carat. F color, VS2. Your lab grown rounds, radiants, are going to be 12 of those. Absolutely stunning. And this is in solid gold. And I love, I like white gold. I wear it a lot. I mix it with sterling. I mix it with platinum. I mix it with iron. I mix it with stainless steel. And I guess that's why I've always sold a lot of silver, because I know that I can mix it with really, really high-end palladium. It doesn't matter. It all plays well together. It really does. So on this particular ring in solid gold, I'm blowing the prices out here, ladies and gents. I have one size 6. I have one size 7.5. I have one size 8. And that is it. Oh, and I have 7 size 7. So 7 was the lucky number here. So if you're a 7, we got you covered. But because this is solid gold, it can be up or down 2 sizes. No problem. And we can do that here for you. We have that design team and that bench people that can do that right here for you. So no worries. We can size it up or down 2 sizes. Okay, your price on this, $33.29, and I don't mean $33. I mean $3,329, because it is solid 14-carat white gold. Our price, $999 on 70% off of the $32. Your price, $749. $749. Look at that. Solid gold, $749. Oh gosh, now I'm going to fingerprint up those stones, put my DNA everywhere. I'll wipe those fingerprints off so nobody could steal my identity. All right, there's the side view. And I love how they've done almost like a overlay on this, like almost like a ribbon overlay on the prong setting on the top. 4 prongs, super clean. When you're talking about an emerald cut, it has to be the cleanest of clean stones. That's it. If this had any carbon in it, you'd see those black spots. They look like cavities, and it would be so less appealing. So lab-grown diamonds and emerald cut are really spectacular, because we all know that emerald cut just shows it all. It's like wearing saran wrap out in public. That's what emerald cut does. It just shows it all. So the emerald cut, you have to have really, really clean stones in order to make it pretty. Okay, we're going to move on. I have another ring coming up. And this one is going to be a larger emerald cut. This is going to be 2-carat total weight. This says Art Deco inspired. This is going to be in solid. Oh, this is so pretty too. Celine, you're going to love this one. Look at how pretty that is. Oh, that's pretty. And I love it. I actually like it better than the 3 stone. It just, you know, they've taken that emerald cut. They've done a halo in baguettes. And then they've taken, and this is so interesting because when we're talking about diamonds through history and the different cuts that have been out there, most of us that have been around for a long time, we know radiant. That's your round cut. That was the standard cut. Everybody had that. There was no variations. That was it. And then marquise came out and pear shapes. People went, oh my God. And emerald. Those were the standard. Emerald, marquise, pear shape, and round. And you're like, oh my God, look at these new cuts. Then came out princess, radiant, Asher cut, you know, Portuguese cut. So the master cutters and technology with lasers has gotten so fantastic that we can do Portuguese cut that are what, 181 facets? Maybe 161. My brain, I didn't have coffee today. Ran out of creamer, so struggling with that. I'm going to make sure I get a big old cup of coffee on the way home. Look at how pretty that is. Absolutely stunning. 2 carat total weight, 5.75 grams in gold. So you're talking about 5.75 grams of gold. This is going to come IGA certified. This is an EFVS ring. 14,000 buckaroonies, ladies and gents. $14,000 is your estimated retail value on this. 14,000. Our price, $1,999. Then, because I have limited quantity, I only have one size 6, one size 9, 4 size 8s, and 3 size 7s. If I didn't call your size, remember it can be sized up or down 2 sizes. Beautiful 2 carat total weight. So we sold this for $1,999. That's what we sold it for. It went on clearance because I only have limited quantity to $1,499. 25% of that brings this down to $1,124. $1,124 for gold. 5.75 grams of gold. Lab-grown diamonds that are VSEF color. Now, this is not a little teeny. I'm going to put a fingerprint on the top because I always love you to see how thick the shank is. Now, I'm going to give you an example. All right, this is a ring that I made from my mom's gold hoops. I made these pieces, right? I put it through a rolling mill. I melted it down into a blob and I put it through a rolling mill over and over and over. Now, this ring is super strong. I had the hardest time bending this. I mean, what took me, I broke a good sweat. Look at how thin that is. Look at how thick the band is on the Shop LC ring. It's double the thickness. Double the thickness. This is going to last forever. It's strong. It's a beautiful ring. And for that kind of money, $1,100. So if you are a person that, like I said earlier, let me wipe off my fingerprint here for a second. If you're a person that has never owned a lab-grown diamond, and you're a person that only wears gold, maybe you have an allergy to something, maybe nickel or rhodium or whatever, maybe gold, solid gold, is something you've always, collected. 5.75 grams, 2 carat in, okay, let's back this up. I said gold. It's platinum. It's platinum. I said gold. I meant platinum. I don't know why I kept saying gold. Platinum, platinum, platinum. So when you're pricing out, it goes palladium, platinum, gold. Right? In the line of expenses. Platinum, palladium, gold. As far as rarity, too. Palladium is very rare, platinum is very rare, then gold is, and then it goes down the scale to copper. Platinum, 5.75 grams of platinum. Platinum. When you wear platinum, most of your only really expensive, that big Robin's Ed Blue Box store, we all know so well, their rings are in platinum. Why? They only use the best diamonds. You got it right here. Great quality. EF, VS, platinum for $1,100. Come on, that is crazy. $1,100, platinum. I'm in. Why would you go anywhere else? There's no need for it. You're just going to waste money. And we all don't want to waste money. Life is too short. You don't need to be wasting money. You buy from us. You have it's hassle-free shopping here. You can return anything you don't like. Great quality stones, great prices. You don't need to go anywhere else. Don't torture yourself. Because you're just going to be upset later. I promise you. Okay, we're going to move on to our last piece. This is the biggest of the tennis bracelets. This is going to be 10 carat total weight. Yeah, you heard me. Bam! In your face. 10 carat total weight. Now I'm going to put it with those other two again because I just love that look. So the other bracelet I offered was, I think it was 4. I'm going to look at my sheets. So this one's going to be 10. 10 carat total weight, sterling silver rhodium overlay. And I have 2 size 8s. 8 size 7 1/4 and 2 size 6 1/2. So if you're a small little person, you wear 6 1/2, I only have 2. If you're a larger person, you wear an 8 like me, I only have 2. If you're in the middle, I have 8. So you're lucky. Those middle people, they always get more. But look at how pretty that is. 10 carat total weight, full cut radiance. I'm going to show you from the side, beautifully done. Back side, they've left all those beautiful light to get through. This has the safety, the double winged, which, you know, not everything can be perfect. But for 10 carat, I'd say this is pretty darn close. So I'm closing that up. Look at how pretty that is. Come on, from across the room. I have no voice. I wanted to sing. Yeah, my voice, it's crazy. There we go. 10 carat total weight. Let's put it next to the other two. Just so we can see what we're doing here. Let's play. Let's have some fun and play. Okay, you're wondering about the price. How much is a 10 carat total weight diamond bracelet? It's expensive, but not here. It's never expensive here. It is inexpensive here. And you know what? I'm going to prove it to you because I like to prove. That's what we do in Boston. We prove it to you. Oh, that's right. I'm in Austin, Texas. Well, I'm going to prove it to you too. Now, these are the 3 bracelets together. And once again, look at that. Come on. Makes me want to buy them all. You know, am I gluttonous because I want them all? Well, who cares? I want them all. You only live once. Yeah, look at that. Look. I love that more than one bracelet. If this was one bracelet, it would be phenomenal. But I have the versatility now. Okay, I'm feeling like I want to not stand out so much in the crowd. Well, you know what? Maybe I decided I want to wear the 10 carat. I want to stand out just a tad bit more today. I want to be noticed. Oh, you know what? I'm going to an event this weekend. And guess what? I want my wrist to sparkle like no tomorrow. So I'm going to wear all 3 of them. Okay, you're wondering how much is a 10 carat diamond tennis bracelet? It should be $14,999 because that's the price, right? That's our estimated retail value. And that's correct. Look, and that's even, I'm going to tell you right now, that's even less than you would actually pay in the marketplace for a GH tennis bracelet of 10 carat. I'd say you'd pay upward between 20 to possibly 30 depending on the store you go to. We've done something crazy here for you. 10 carat, out the door, $1,499. Nope, not even good enough. How about $1,124? $1,100 for this. $1,100. 10 carat total weight. This was 8. You want to have 18 carats of diamonds right now for $2,200? Both these pieces together were $2,200. Tell me that is not fantastic. How could you look at this and not say, how do they do that? How do they do that? Well, we pair up with the companies. We manufacture the stuff. That's how we do it. And we pass the savings on to you. So congratulations, because this is an absolute stunner. 10 carat total weight. Love it, love it, love it. So I'm going to go back through and tell you my 3 favorite picks for the entire show. The first one is these beautiful, I'm going to call it no back, push diamond stud earrings. I had 36 pairs of these. These were come down to about $16 a pair. It's going to be my number 1 pick. Number 2, believe it or not, you already know me. Come on, ladies and gents. Number 2 pick. Why? Why not? You just got to look at this and go, that is incredible. I absolutely love this. Absolutely stunning. 100%. I only have 3. Something so over the top. I just need to wear this. I need to have an event here in Austin that I can wear this necklace. And I don't want to wait till Christmas. This is stunning. That's my number 2 pick. Number 3 is going to be the 10 carat right here that I got on my hand. The 10 carat tennis bracelet for $1,124. 10 carat for $1,124. So those are my 3 picks for the entire Lab Grown show. Now, if you just tuned in, you have tuned into the Shop LC live stream here. We do live streams all day long, up to 10 o'clock, Monday through Thursday. Tune in. We have all crazy hosts that continually just show you great stuff. My name is Cheryl Briggs Benvenuto. You can follow me on Facebook, Cheryl Benvenuto. I'm in a full-on bee suit. It is because I'm a beekeeper. TikTok, Bling Therapist, or Instagram, Magical Journey Cheryl, or Cheryl Magical Journey. Listen, everybody, have a great rest of the week. It's Tuesday night. I'll see you back here next Tuesday night. Make the best of every day. And all my friends and family, thanks for tuning in and watching me. I appreciate it. And all the people out there that I don't know, I always am thrilled and happy to bring you some crazy, crazy deals. So welcome aboard to Shop Low Cost Shop LC. We'll see you back here next week on the Tuesday live stream. Okay, everybody, goodbye.